Hello guys, NautoAisDx here, and once again it's another MmGS vlog. Basically, I want to give my thoughts on Mighty Number 9. So basically, if you know what this game is and its history, of course most people probably, let's just say they were happy in the beginning, but when the end product finally showed, it was basically, for some people, kind of like a disappointment. So basically, for people who don't know, what Mighty Number 9 is, so I'm gonna give the gist of it, what it is. So, Mighty Number 9 was created by Keiji Inufune. So, if you don't, you know who Keiji Inufune is, excuse me, he's the creator of Megaman, the classic Megaman game, Megaman X, and of course, a popular franchise that even had a lot of its own like different series and version, Legends, the EXE series, and of course 2017 there's a new Mega Man, but that's a really different story there. But it's still Mega Man, or in Japan he's called Rockman. Very popular character. You've seen him also in Marvel vs. Capcom series. Well, the first one and the second one. So of course then somewhere down the line, Keiji Inufune had a fallout with Capcom, and he left. So left in bad terms, which is always sort of not a good thing to do, because company don't really forget that. Just look what happened with Kojima and Konami. So it was the same thing. So after a while, Capcom kind of refused to do anything related Mega Man. I mean, the closest thing that they ever did was Mega Man Cross Street Fighter, just to celebrate, I think, the 25th anniversary of Mega Man. But well, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. So basically, he decided to do his own Mega Man game called Mighty Number 9. So when he first introduced this on YouTube, he pitched in his idea that he wants to do a spiritual successor to Mega Man called Mighty Number 9. So basically, he kind of had the idea of the Mega Man aspect in it, and then there you go, like a new, like sort of, like I said, a spiritual successor of Mega Man, a new type of a Mega Man game that is not using the Mega Man name or its franchise, but it's a complete different thing. Then, of course, he wanted to prove that that people still want a Mega Man game or a Mega Man type game. So he went to Kickstarter, say, hey, help me make my dream come true. Donate some money, and we can do this Mega Man game. And he was asking for, I think, was 40,000. I could be wrong. $40,000, so he can make this on the PC. So that's a keyword first, was PC. So not even, like, I think within 24 hours he reached that goal. So it basically showed that people wanted a Mega Man game. So Keiji basically said, well, let's do some stretch goal. If we make this such money and more money, such as money and more money, then we can do one for the PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Vita, Wii U, 3DS, Linux, and Macs. Yeah, Mac. So, and again, surprisingly, all those stretch goals were made. Alright, so awesome. He made all stretch goals. Mighty Number 9 is going to be in every platform you can think of. The current one, of course. Then down the line, there were some problems, so they needed to delay a game. Okay, remember I said the delay game is good, a bad game will always be a bad game? Well, delaying a game is good, they needed more time, fine. Unfortunately, there were more problems more than meets the eye, so it needed more delay. And then people were getting mad because at least, well, does it really need more, need more time to do this? We're trusting you with our money, but you're already delaying the game. So at this point, some of the fans and some of the supporters who were kickbackers were very worried and very disheartening. Like, oh man, so what's going on now? What's more the problem? It was delayed again. I mean, I think it got delayed twice. And the biggest problem at the same time with this delay was he wasn't really transparent. He was barely transparent. And then, of course, in the end of the day, well, basically the end product, what it came out wasn't what the concept was. So, like, it was supposed to be like a cell shade 2D animated, but it's 3D. It was. It basically looked like an actual 3D game, and of course the explosion. People said it looks like some pepperoni pizza. Okay, the commercials weren't really that good, but it's one of the problem also. Like down the line, Deep Silver basically they didn't take over, but they did help Keiji's game to be published. That's why it's published with Deep Silver. They just said, "Fine, we'll publish the game." That was also what the delay is, because, like I said, this is from, if you remember my ASCII rant. There was a part that he needed another Kickstarter just for the voice. So they asked him, "Hey, do you want English or Japanese?" Of course, the English one. Some of the fans were not happy about it. So I guess either when push got to shove, what happened was either Deep Silver stepped in, or they actually looked for a publisher so they can have more, so they can help. So Deep Silver probably will help them with the finance, the funding. Then now you have two voices. You get the English and Japanese. You get dual language, and there you go. But in the end of the day, what happened really was the game. It was not what it's supposed to be in the concept. Game was too difficult. The graphic, I guess, people claim is a quote unquote PS2 type graphic, which is, I don't really think so, but it's subjective. Story wasn't too good, and like I said, the game was too difficult. So that's basically the gist of what Mighty Number 9 is. They had high hopes in the beginning because it was supposed to be a spiritual successor to Mega Man, but in the end, yeah, it was a Mega Man game, but it's not what people expected, and they did put a lot of money in it. So basically now, this is what my thoughts is. So of course, you cannot see my picture in the Twitter. If not, well, I basically post a picture holding Mighty Number 9 because I did play the game, and I want to give first my thoughts about the game itself. Not really so much a review because I'm still working on it. It's just going to be my thoughts, but then I'll also give a sort of a early grade. Let's just say that maybe I'll do a follow up in this in the long run. Maybe give another grade, but for now, right now, like I said, I just started it and started about it, so I just want to give my thoughts about it. And then later on, I'll give my full thoughts about the situation of what happened and why it was this that became this. If you kind of get what I'm just saying, or how it ended up like this. So first of all, Mighty Number 9, does it feel like a spiritual successor to Mega Man? In my opinion, believe it or not, yes, it does feel like a Mega Man game. Besides calling a Mega Man game, he shoots, he jumps, he dash. So that's a Mega Man game. So Mighty Number 9, same deal. That's the first thing. And okay, then of course, is he different than Mega Man? Most definitely. For one thing, is Beck can dash and air dash, but it doesn't have he sort of doesn't have a Mega Buster. So I guess it's homage to Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 9, and 10, which Mega Man doesn't have a Mega Buster. So of course, then the robots, the AI, yeah, they do act like Mega Man enemies. So yeah, so there you go. That the control wise, it is sort of a Mega Man, but a little bit different because it's not just in this one. You can play it like a Mega Man game, but he does have a move. I forgot what it's called. What he does is, if you shoot the enemy enough, you kind of see a color: red, yellow, blue, and green. And then when you dash it, you kind of suck their power up. And then depends which color it is, he gains like a temporary ability. Like if I remember, red basically makes his shot get powerful. Yellow, blue, I have no idea. Do apologize. Green, he makes him faster. So the next thing you probably can think about, well, what about the level? Again, it could be one of the earliest Mega Man game, or let's just say Mega Man 9. The levels are hard. Some of them are hard, some are easy. The layout of the enemy, well, again, like I said, it does feel like a Mega Man game. Again, unfortunately, to some extent, some of the level tends to get difficult And also the sad part is for the balancing part, it's not so balanced. There will be like situation when it may look impossible, but it is possible. But the first time you say like, how do I do this? Oh, how can I do this? It's like the way the layout is like, oh, this is not right. I had that situation in certain levels, like okay, kind of suck. So unfortunately, the part with the levels is that it is very unbalanced because sometimes the layout is difficult. You either hit the enemy, you get hit by the enemy, or you fall down, or there'll be a situation when you do get a hit enemy and you fall down because when you get hit by the enemy, when you get hit, you actually like you get pushed back, kind of like a la Castlevania. So that's what make the game makes difficult. Second is his basically what's the word? Well, let's just say his stamina. Let's just say that the problem is when he has a power bar just like Megaman. He does get damage big. It depends on the enemy. Like yeah, really, really gets a lot of damage, and sometimes it does get frustrating. Unfortunately, so that's another part of the game is sort of unbalanced. And the last part, of course, what kind of a game that's supposed to be a spiritual successor to Mega Man without bosses? The problem with this one is the bosses have a really long bar. Again, it is possible to beat him, but the problem also is it's kind of hard if you don't know their pattern. Kind of like any Mega Man game, there is a pattern that you have to basically watch for and to some extent listen for because when they do talk, they kind of give you a hint what they're gonna do. So it's the same thing, like kind of like God of War. If you see what the enemy does or say something, that means they're gonna do something. Same thing with Mighty Number 9. But even so, you say you get the pattern, it takes a long time to stop the boss. Either because Keiji want to make the game longer, who knows. It tends to get hard because not only you shoot the enemy, there'll be a part when they'll turn purple, and then you have to dash them to basically make massive damage, and sometimes it's not that easy because not all stages is just like a Mega Man, which is just like a condensed area. Like right now, one of the stages I did is basically you're in the top of a tower, and there's only three platform, but there's like a pitfall. So if you fall down the pitfall while fighting the boss, well, that's it. You gotta start all over. So, yeah, so that's some of the problem, and that's why when I'm saying the balancing is sort of a problem with this one because he does get then difficult. But if you know the pattern, you probably have a chance. But it's not that easy. So yeah, so overall, what the game is it a bad game? Not really a bad game, but is it a good game? Does it feel like a Mega Man? To some extent, it does feel like a Mega Man game, but because of the balancing issue, it's gonna get hard, especially in 2016. It's gonna be hard. So anybody who's like new to a Mega Man game or basically tried this game by the number 9, you might get frustrated because the levels are very unbalanced. It tends to get really difficult. So, like I said, it's not a bad game, but it's not a good either. It's a mediocre game at best. It can be fun if you're into the Mega Man series, the classic one or X. But to anyone like trying to play a side-scrolling, this is not probably for everyone. So that's the gameplay part. Like I said, it's not bad. Well, what about the music? Well, it's okay. It's not good. But I think it's okay. The music. Okay, so voices wise, well, this is gonna be subjective, but I kind of see some of them kind of like, are you just reading from a script, or are you talking, or just reading a script? Like when you're choosing a stage, one of the characters, his name is Dr. Sanda. Yeah, sometimes he'll like, are you like he says something, but it's like word by word. Like, are you just reading it? Where's the expression? I mean, even sadly to say, Call, which is supposed to be Beck's assistant. I mean, granted she's a robot, but she like talks like a robot, and I can see where some of the people who prefer sub get annoyed with the dub because it's like it's like they're just reading from a script without any feelings. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the director just read the script and that's it, or maybe because maybe the director wanted that, but I kind of doubt it. So overall, the game, the whole package, it is mediocre at best. Sadly to say. And well, I mean, should I buy this for like $20 if it's download? Probably not. I'm sorry to say, you probably want to wait until there's a sale or flash sale for this game, like $9 for if you're buying it as a download. And of course, if you have a PS4, it's a cross buy with the PS3 and the Vita. Say, okay, what about the physical release? Well, yeah, the physical release you get a download for the two download DLC. One is like a skin, the other one's like an extra level. And if you're in a PS4, you get the code for a PS3, Vita, when that's gonna come anytime soon, I don't know when, and PS3. And you get also like this booklet about the art of Mighty Number 9. So for $30, is it worth it? Worth $30? Probably not. Is it worth $20? Probably not either, because like I said, the quality of the game, the graphics, good it may be, but it's not what people expect. So maybe not so much for 20. $15, definitely. And that's how much I bought the game, by the way, $50. 20 maybe, but not so much. But like I said, because like I said, with the content it showed, the quality of the work, not bad, but it's not also perfect. It's not also good. So maybe 15 if you're gonna buy it physically. But right now, I think a lot of the stores they're selling it for $20. So maybe even 15 if any. Like I said, excuse me. Even if you're lucky, $15 if you see it. But yeah, I think because right now they're selling it for $20. So if I would give this a grade right now, I kind of give it a 5 out of 10. Let's just say it's a fair game. It's not a bad game, but it's not good either. The content that it off in the production didn't really show what the Kickstarter is, but it's not a horrible game. It's just fair, mediocre at best. Game's not too easy, but again, if you're new to a Megaman game, you're probably not gonna like this, like especially Mighty Number 9. All right, so from there we're gonna shift to why there's a lot of hate in this game. What went wrong? Well, first of all, it's because the game basically came from a Kickstarter, and of course you're trusting people rather than the publisher or the investors to support your game. You're trusting consumer who's trying to support a Mega Man. They're trying to support you. They're giving you they're trusting you with their hard-earned cash, and that's what you show the end product. So I'm gonna do a follow-up on one of my quick vlog video, basically saying about it's better than nothing. So of course I did say if Keiji said it, that he was a jerk for doing it. If he didn't really say it, try again. And basically what I meant by try again, meaning try to basically address try to address the situation, because he doesn't like he wasn't even addressing it. He basically was saying, and basically he's trying to make excuses. I don't know. So the question really, did Keiji basically said the word "it's better than nothing"? Most basically did a follow up, like editors, game reviewers, or the game editors. Let's just say that. I'm sorry. Basically, they did say the report was that Keiji didn't really say it. His personal translator basically mistranslated some of what he said, And the reason why Keiji didn't react that he did when the guy said it's better than nothing, his translator, was, believe it or not, Keiji to some extent does not understand English. So he's just assuming the guy's just he's telling the viewers in English what Keiji was saying, and he didn't know, like I said, because Keiji doesn't really know English that much. He didn't know that the last thing, better than nothing, was an insult. He didn't know about that. That when he looked back, when people talked about it, he just said, Keiji said, no, I didn't say that. I don't know why my translator said that. And there have been reports, I'm not really sure if it's true or not, that some other translator basically looked at the video, and their translator also did, so they know from what Japanese to English and vice versa. And they say most of the translators basically said, yes, Keiji kind of didn't say it, and they don't know why the translator said it's better than nothing. Some say that the translator basically probably misinterpreted what Keiji said, probably not knowing Japanese 100%, and he thought in the end he said it's better than nothing. So again, the professionalism is not there. There's a lot of confusion, miscommunication. So yeah, so that's why I said try again, because your translator sadly probably didn't understand what you said to some extent, and he thought you said this but you didn't say that, so a lot of confusion, and you just make it worse. But the problem about with Keiji is that he did say, hey, look, if you're pissed at the game, you're pissed at everything, blame it on me. Don't blame it on my people, don't blame it on others. Take it on me, because I'm the one that screwed up, because I'm in charge of it. Hate me all you want. So why is it all the hate? Well, they trusted him in a Kickstarter, and like I said, Kickstarter, it's not like investors that they can't gamble their money, their hard-earned cash. They were trusting you. Hey, we want to do a Megaman. We want you to do this Megaman game, and you give us this. That's why they're upset. Second, you might say, some people say, you know what? Yeah, I agree with you. NautoAisDx. It's not really that bad. The graphics not that bad either. People just have high expectation with the game. Well, again, sad to say, I hate to say it. It is sort of subjective, but again, Keiji was asking for a lot of money, and they're risking their life, hard-earned cash, to give it to Keiji rather than maybe to their family, to themselves, food, electric, bills, whatever. No, they had to give it to Keiji. They trusted him, and sadly enough, Keiji broke that trust. That's basically what happened. I mean, Alpha Magazine, he made a video about it, and I agree with some of his aspect. That one of the kickback reward was that the kickbacker get the game first. Why is it that the game's already being reviewed before the kickbackers? Kind of messed up, because from what I heard, according to Alpha Magazine, that one of the big rewards is that the kickbacker will get the game first before even everyone can get it, even before the reviews, and that didn't happen. And second is, why team up with Deep Silver to publish a game if you have a lot of money? I mean, granted, fine, there's a physical release. Because yes, you need a publisher for physical release, but I don't think this game needed a physical release. So I don't understand. You already have a lot of money from your kickbacker supporter or was supporter, and you decided to hire Deep Silver, or you accepted Deep Silver's help, even so that you already have money. See, there's a lot of problems. And the worst part why people are upset is the non-transparency with this game. It was so vague. Oh, why the game was delayed. The demo was delayed. It's like there was too many delayed, and Keiji couldn't really explain anything why. Like, it's so, like I said, non-transparent. Like, oh, well, the leaderboard's bug. Well, the online part is there's a challenge mode and there's a leaderboard. That's all it. Why even need that? And again, I mean, fine, maybe there should be a DLC. But, well, they put it in the game now. So, again, I'm not complaining the content, but that was the part that I guess he delayed, according to Keiji. He wasn't really transparent. And then you do this Deep Deep Silver did a trailer. I don't know who did the trailer. It was so American that it really was a big insult to a lot of the gamers. That even I think Intel Crates, which is I get the developer of the game, was upset. Like, what is this trailer? This is so garbage. I mean, Crate, I think that's the name. They did other Mega Man and other games, but yeah, they were upset about it. Like, wow, and you got these top people working in your game, and you still didn't come out to what it is. It's just, again, like people said, in my opinion, the graphic is okay, but people wanted, like, it's a PS4 game, it's an Xbox One game. Why is it? Why? What happened to the concept, the 2D cartoony cell shade? Why is it like so 3D? Again, there's like a lot of the changes, and again, Keiji wasn't transparent with the project, and that's why a lot of people basically were upset. And another one, like I said, he got too ambitious because Alpha basically said this, and I did say it on my Final Fantasy one why the game was delayed, and the game was still bad. He got ambitious because of the stretch goal, so he was trying to do 10 different platforms. That didn't work, and apparently reports were saying that he was using an outdated engine for the game. That didn't work, so that's why another delay. And of course, there was the community manager for a while. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but everybody know, if you know what the history of it. Big Al basically talk about it. This person basically went, sadly to say, political to the fans, basically saying stuff that probably shouldn't have said. But I mean, in the end of the day, this person basically left or got fired. It doesn't matter. Left the project, but yeah, a lot of people were upset about it. So, I mean, the history of how Mega Man or Mighty Number 9 came to be wasn't really that good. It wasn't a bad game. It's not a scam, but it could have gone better. And I don't know what happened to the money. He put a lot of money in it. People put a lot of money. They trusted him, and there you go. And of course, adding to insult to injury was Red Ash. He did a Kickstarter for that one for a new Mega Man Legend type game. Then, of course, a Chinese developer stepped in, and all the money that's supposed to be from the Kickstarter for the game, we're going to use it for DLC rather than just giving it back because you really didn't need it. So it kind of showed greed there a bit. If you want to know about that one, I'm gonna put two links. One is my quick V-block on Mighty Number 9, Better Than Nothing. Basically, let's start the introduction of Better Than Nothing. And two is Alex and Anthony basically give their thoughts on the delay, Mighty Number 9, Red Ash. And yeah, even they weren't even happy. Like in the beginning, they were supportive about it, and believe it or not, I was supportive about it in the beginning. Like my very first V-block I ever did in my main channel, of course, that was 2013. I gave praise about Mighty Number 9, and this is what you get for the end result. And that was 2013, and then the game came out 2016. That's how bad it was. It was just too much delay, a lot of problems, and in the end of the day, it just couldn't be fixed. So yeah, that's the problem with the Kickstarter. And I mean, like I said, maybe people are just expecting more than it is, but they did put a lot of money in. They trusted Keiji, and this is what you get. I don't know. So that's my thoughts on the game itself. It's not bad, not good, mediocre at best. That's why right now I give it a 5 out of 10 on my impression. I don't think it's for everyone. Unless you're a diehard Mega Man fan, you might give this a chance, but for everyone, probably not. And why the Kickstarter? Why is it like people are harping on this or very disappointed? Because it is kind of disappointing of all the events that happen, and this is what you kind of offer. Lots of delays, a lot of drama, mistranslation, miscommunication, well, you name it. So there you go. With that, thanks for listening.